Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, winging it on Wednesday. Today I'm going to play with the Tidings of Christmas Monkey Cut Kit. So if you're not familiar with our Monkey Cut Kits, it's a kit that we put together here that has coordinating cardstock and DSP, designer series paper, and all kinds of extra little things depending on what we put together to make a nice little, everything is cut and ready to go to make card making easier. And so that's what I'm going to be working with today. I'm pairing it up with a stamp set, Christmas to Remember, which is actually on page 19 of the holiday catalog. And it is one of the stamp sets and dies that are returning. So it will be back. I'm not sure if it'll be back in the next annual catalog, or if it'll be back in the next holiday catalog, but it will be back. So it's one of my go-to, Christmas to Remember is one of my go-to stamp sets. Hi, Cindy. One of my go-to stamp sets for cards, because I just love to get something that has great verses, and this one does, lots of different fonts. This one does, and also it has some very interesting dies. So at the end of it, I'm going to show you something with those dies. Today, I'm going to pair it up, I think, with the dies from, because you don't always have to match the dies to the dies, the gingerbread dies. So I wanted to use some of those things today, some of the dies from the gingerbread set. So that is one that is retiring, and that is on page, I'll tell you real quick, here we go. It is on page 9. You can see the gingerbread dies. What I like about the gingerbread dies is that they go with the gingerbread paper, yes, but you can use them alone. So there's a bell, an ornament, and a star, or snowflake, and then they have some really beautiful kind of filigree pieces, dies that would go over the main die. So I thought that would be kind of fun to pull out today. So that's what I'm doing. I will turn the camera around. Let's get started. Here we go. So once I turn the camera, we're going to go for a little ride. So if this bothers you, please close your eyes for a moment. Ta-da, there we go. Once I turn the camera, I cannot see y'all. So you have to leave me a message so I know that you're here. And guess what? We're up to 548 people on our YouTube channel. So please help me get to 450 or 550. That would be so exciting. So this is what we're going to work with today. The Tidings of Christmas Monkey Cut Kit. You get a half of the pack of the Tidings of Christmas DSP cut and ready to go. 3 each of 6 different colors cut and scored of cardstock. 6 of the white cardstock cut and ready to use. A 6x6 shimmer vellum evening evergreen. A 6x6 shimmer vellum soft succulent. 1 yard each of 3 ribbons. A half a pack of brushed metallic dots. 1 6x6 gold specialty paper. 10 envelopes and assorted labels, all of that in a tidy little box for $45 plus shipping. So there you go. That's that. Let's move that aside and let's get to work here. So I am going to, here's the kit. So I've used it before. So this is how your kit would come. This one, it has bits and pieces in it because, like I said, I have pulled this out and used it. So here we go. So I have my DSP here. I'm kind of messy. It's all separated. So here's my DSP. Here's my ribbons. Lovely ribbons. A little piece of a ribbon. Here is my cardstock cut and ready to go. My white cardstock cut and ready to go for the insides. Here is the bases and envelopes. And then here's the extra things. So here's some of the labels. Some of them are in white, some of them are in color, and then the brush metallic gems here. So let's move that aside. Let's see what we're going to play with today. I really wanted to do the verse, have a holly jolly Christmas. So I was thinking, I don't know, that made me think of bells. I guess it should have made me think of holly, but So this is the die that I would like to use on here. I would like to use this bell die. I think it's so cool. So this is what I was saying, that it has the base, which would cut out this, which would cut out your paper if you're using the gingerbread paper. But then they have these filigree pieces that you can use also. So I think that's so cool. And that's what I thought I would do today. So I'm just going to leave this out here. These little, if you were wondering what these little things are, these are for making like peppermint candies. So I made this this red, this white, and then you glue them together and you'll have all these little candies. So kind of fun. There we go. Okay. So if I'm going to use that, and I want this bell in here, I'm going to just put this in here so I can see the size of it and what background I want. So if I do a couple of them, maybe I want to do a darker background, because if I do a couple of them this way, have a bow at the top, and then down below I could have the Merry Christmas. I think I might go with that. But on the background, I'm thinking I could use this for the background and then have it a filigree, have the dark green on top. Let's try that. Since I've already cut this piece up for something else, let's try that. I think that might look kind of pretty. Let's see. This is all experiment. I have not done this yet, so here we go. Here we go. Let's just see what we can come up with. So if I'm using that, and then I want to have the green is what I was hoping for. Let's see what I have in here, what I have left. Let's see here. So this is all cut for bases, or for the layering. So we could use this. This is the soft succulent. We could use this as our base. Ta-da. Like that. And we could have our bells on here with this. And I still think we need a dark. So how about if I do, let's see if this will fit. I have this pattern, the opposite side here. What if I cut the filigree out with this? I think I'm going to do that. We'll try it. Have a little bit, we're going to use our DSP for our bells. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to set this aside. This is what I do. I just keep talking to myself. So just feel free to interrupt and leave me a message, because I don't know. I can't see what anybody's saying or doing. So you need to leave me a message so I know you were here. And here's all my bases. So I'm going to use this one, the Evening Evergreen. We're going to pair up the greens here for this one. Ta-da. All right, so this will be my base. Here's my layering. The layer inside would be this with a white layer here. Let's get that out. So this is just cut, and you can see, you can cut it up, you can do whatever you want, or it's the perfect layer for inside for your messaging. So here we go. So this will go in here. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. Then, all right, let's see. So let's cut these bells out and see how that looks. So I am going to do that. I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine. Let's see here. I think I can cut this and then use my little one here. So I don't have to, this will be here. So I'm just going to whack this. There we go. Now with these, and you're cutting with regular designer paper, you could cut 2 at a time. I would not do that with the filigree, but I would do that with this solid one. So save yourself a crank. That's my big thing. Save yourself a crank. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's bring over my little my mighty mini machine. There we go. Let's see here. Where's my, here they are. The pads. So I'm using pad number 1, pad number 2, which is the acrylic. Let's put these 2 here. Line that up so I don't, make sure I get it all on there. Okay. And then I'm going to do a bell, the filigree part of it here. Ta-da. All right. Let's go crank this through. Crank, crank, crank. There we go. Okay. So now I have 2 bells. That one is done. Ta-da. Here's my filigree. Pretty fancy. So all that's just falling out of here. So this is going to sit right on top of this one. Like that. There, like that. That's pretty. Okay, let's do some more. One more. I have to do one more. So put this over here, put this down again. Now I can put it this way so I can use as much of my DSP as possible. So I just switched it around. Leave me a little bit of extra. Okay, there we go. Crank that baby through. There's my die. Here's my extra paper. Here's all my pieces. Look at how they just fall out. I love our cutting machines. I'm telling you, it is the bomb. I love it. There we go. Oh yeah, and today, guess what, y'all? Today, with a $50 order, there's free shipping, a gift of Stampin' Up. So you might want to keep that in mind. If you need something, today is the day. That saves you 10%. That's 10% that can be used on other product. So there you go. Okay. So don't forget, if you need that, you can go to stampingjourney.com if you want something, or you can send me a message and I can get it ordered for you. Now, really, what I probably should have done was put our adhesive on here, but I didn't. So this is what I'm doing. I do that kind of, just kind of tacking things on. So I'm just barely going around here with the glue, getting it here and there. There we go. Yeah, if I would have thought, but I didn't. And this works too. A lot of times I will do things, I'm going to put this on here so I can see where I'm going here. You know, I start out designing and I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then when I do it in class, then I will think ahead and say, okay, well, they would probably prefer to have it, you know, to have the sticky on there. With anything this fine, I love using our adhesive sheets. They are in the annual catalog. They are so, it's priceless when you're doing anything where it's fine or small, or your letters, that kind of stuff. It works great. Easy to use and so convenient for getting things adhered, you know, properly. There we go. Ta-da. Karate chop it. There. Okay. So if I go like this, and I need to add some red in here. So to brighten it up, right? So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put a red bow on there on the top. And then down here, we're going to have Merry Christmas. So I'm going to get out some of my white cardstock here. Pieces that are cut. There we go. And I'm going to stamp in Cherry Cobbler. Cherry Cobbler. Here we go. That will kind of tie it all in with some nice red, brighten it up. I'm just going to put this here. Okay. Here's my cherry cobbler, and I'm going to probably cut this down in size a little bit with my cutter so that it's not quite so big. I want to have it narrower. So here we go. So I just stamp it first, kind of at the bottom, and then I'm just going to eyeball it and cut some off of here. Because I know that this is where it's going to cut, right? Right down that edge. We're going to put it a little closer yet even. And I'm lining this up too, so I know I have it closer. Okay. We're going to cut a little more. So I'm just watching my lines, trying to line it up straight there. Okay. And I think we're going to leave, we're not going to, usually I whale tail it. We're going to just cut it square today. So here's that. And I think that might look okay just on here like this. Maybe we'll put a little, no, I think we're going to use a little cherry cobbler in here too. So you have all these little strips. I want to bring more color down. So here's this one that could go underneath here, just like that. And then I'll pop up the white one, the Merry Christmas. I'll have this centered and then pop that up and then a red bow. There we go. Ta-da! Let's get my bow maker out. Here it is. Here's my little bow maker. I love this cherry cobbler ribbon with gold. Beautiful, beautiful. We can even add some gold dots on there. The enamel dots to bring gold, more gold in here. So this ties beautiful bows. It's wider, you know, sometimes the wider ribbon, but it's so thin that it works great. So there we go. I'm going to take my scissors here, my ribbon scissors. Have that special pair that I can only cut ribbon with. No one uses it for anything other than that. There we go. This is going to go like this. This is going to go like that. Those will be popped up too because that'll add interest. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, I think. And then we could go gold right here. All right, let's start gluing it on. I am a big fan of the green glue. That's what I'm going to use here. So here we go. Little green glue will do ya. I always turn it over on the side. So what I'm doing when I am lifting this up is trying to get 3 sides that are even, relatively even. There we go. And my green glue gives me a little wiggle room. Excuse me, so I can fix that. Now, let's see here. I'm looking for my dimensionals, but I only have baby ones here. I put my other ones in a box, so this is what I do with the ends. I cut these up, and this is what I use on all my samples. And so don't throw this stuff away. This is all valuable. You paid for it. Use it all. It works great. Okay, so here's this. The red I'm just going to put down. So this is one of those trim pieces that comes in your kit. So I'm just going to eyeball that and center it. There we go. Now, our bells, we're going to put these up on dimensionals. We'll use this. I'll use my cutouts. There we go. So the other adhesive I will use is I will use the glue dots to put my bow on. I know some people do that with green glue. I do not do that. I have a issue with that. I don't know. I don't want to wait I want to have it done. So there we go. This baby's staying forever. Okay, I'm going to put this one on. It's not only for staying, but it keeps it upright, but also if you're mailing this, it doesn't get squished either. So I love dimensionals. What else can you get for $4? That's like, you get like 300 in a pack or something like that. It's a good deal. There we go. Now we'll put one more up here and we'll be all set. Okay. All right. All of my chatter. Let's get these on here. I'm just taking off the backing. So I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, eyeball it, center it. I got ready. I went in and I have the Facebook page on, and I saw last week, I wore the same shirt. So I covered it up with a sweater today. I was like, oh my gosh, this must be my Wednesday shirt, apparently. My Wednesday top. There. All right, and then we're going to put dimensionals on this, on the Merry Christmas. Pop this up. Lots of interest here. There. Look, and I used them all. Perfect. That was a good use of all that scrap. Here we go. So there's a lot of extra things you could do, like you could brush the edges, you know, you could do some of that other stuff, but sometimes you just want to get it done. And sometimes we used to laugh, Sarah, I needed to back away from the card. Like I would just keep adding things. And I learned that I would do samples and I would use like 10 different sets in the sample. Well, that's fine for me because I have 10 different sets here. I have way more than that. But if you're trying to recreate, I want to make it so that you can recreate it. And a lot of times you can use what you have at home, right? You don't always have to have exactly what I'm using here. So keep that in mind. That, you know, I am one that I always get the new things and the new sets just because I'm fickle and I like everything new. So I'm never too sad when things go away, you know, except those cowboy sets. But there we go. Ta-da. And then where's my gold? Where are my gold? Here they are. But, you know, it's kind of the look, the layout, right? You're looking at the layout. So if you don't have exactly the same thing, no fear, just use something else. I'm going to use these bigger ones, I think. We're just going to put one here and one here. That's going to bring that gold in. I like that, kind of framing it up. And here's our base. So I'm going to glue this onto the base. I won't pop this up because I already have so much popped up on the top, right? Get my inside out of there for a minute. Ta-da. Here we go. I love the dark background and the light bells and the red. That looks like Christmas. All right, now let's see here if I have a little, I like to put a little bit of DSP inside my, inside the card too. So here's a piece of this one. And I think we'll go with this. Although because my verse is kind of big, I think I'm going to cut this in half. So I'm only using a little bit here. It's an inch, so I'm going to cut it in half. This needs to be this width. Ta-da. I want to make room so that you can write a nice message in here besides just signing your name. Ta-da. There we go. One to be used on a future one. One to be used today after I stamp it. So I'm not going to glue it on until I do the stamping. because if I don't get it right, I know I can flip it over. So this is going to go like that, there. And my verse, have a holly jolly Christmas. Have a holly jolly, I like that it's kind of rounded, and this is a fun verse. You don't have to worry so much about getting everything straight. Because it's got that curve to it. It really hides a lot. Keep that in mind. All right. That brings our cherry cobbler back into the picture. Here's a little reminder of the front. There we go. Okay. Glue these babies down. And we have finished. We have another, it's pretty fast, card done using the Tidings of Christmas monkey cut kit. So if you need these items I have in stock. I'm still waiting patiently to get our Blackberry Beauty paper. I was told it was coming in Monday, and then now I'm told it's coming in within the next couple of days. So I'm checking it like 2 and 3 times a day, trying to get it in here so I can get those kits out to y'all. So know that I am working on it. Please be patient. I'm relaying what they tell me, and so there we go. Ta-da! Merry Christmas. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Ta-da! Fun. That's cute. I could use 2 little tiny ones here even. Why don't we add some more? I've got these little ones here. Why don't I add it on my bell? Like right here. Add another. See, this is where they have to say, Cheryl, back away from the card. Back away from the card, no more. But that looks kind of cute. Little bells on there. Okay, little accent. All right, so if you are interested in this, it's the Tidings of Christmas Monkey Cut Kit. You can go to stampingjourney.com and get that ordered, and I can get it in the mail to you ASAP. I am going to turn the camera around. Whoopsie daisy. Knocking everything off here. There we go. Hello again. All right, so that's it. I will be back on Friday. I'll have some more cards with this kit because once I have it out, I just want to play with it for a bit. And I will have more cards. I will get some photos put on the blog. So on stampingjourney.com, I know I had requests for photos of the cards that I redesigned from last month's paper pumpkin. That's the one with the had the evergreen trees and all that good stuff. So that's on my agenda for this afternoon too. Thanks, Cindy. I'm glad that you like it. Pretty simple. So sometimes, you know, those dies don't have to be used with the set they come with. There's so many options. So thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. I will see you back here for Follow-Up Friday. Hopefully, I'm planning 2 o'clock on Friday, so we'll see what life hands us. Also, Friday, I have the holiday, my holiday buffet is going on. So in the morning and the afternoon, so in between, I will be coming on showing you some cards that we're working on. So thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. Don't forget the free shipping today with a $50 order. Take care. Bye-bye.